A strong mind isn't something you're born with, it's something you develop, and it can completely change your life. Have you noticed how some people stay calm through life's hardest challenges, while others fall apart under pressure? The truth is, mental strength works like a quiet superpower. It helps you move forward when life feels heavy, keeps you steady when everything seems chaotic, and gives you the courage to face obstacles directly. But here's the reality: talent and skills alone are not always enough. Without mental toughness, even the most talented people can struggle. That's why this video matters. It's not only about getting through tough times, it's about growing and thriving. In this video, we'll explore the timeless wisdom of Buddhism to uncover 6 surprising habits that may be slowly weakening your mind. More importantly, we'll look at how Buddhist teachings can help you break these patterns and build a mind that is strong, focused, and able to recover from anything. And trust me, the final lesson is the most powerful of all. It could be the key to a life you never imagined. If you've ever felt held back by negativity, self-doubt, or past experiences, this journey is for you. Together, we'll learn how to unlock your mental strength in a whole new way. Are you ready to change your mind? Let's begin. Habit number 1. Let go of a negative mindset. Imagine walking through life wearing glasses that color everything in shades of gray. The bright red of a blooming rose or the warm glow of a sunrise starts to fade, almost disappearing. This is what living with a negative mindset feels like. It changes how you see things, turning joyful moments into feelings of doubt. The first step to building mental strength, inspired by Buddhist wisdom, is to release this mindset. Buddhism teaches that the mind is like a mirror, reflecting whatever we allow to stay within it. A negative thought, when ignored, can spread through the mind like a stone dropped into calm water. But here is the truth: a thought is not permanent. Just as clouds pass through the sky without changing its true nature, the mind can release negativity without losing its natural clarity. One powerful way to do this is through loving-kindness meditation, also called metta. Picture yourself closing your eyes and gently repeating, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be free from suffering." Begin with yourself, then slowly send these wishes to a friend, a stranger, and even someone who challenges you. Over time, the hold of resentment and self-judgment begins to soften. You come to understand that no one, not even your strongest critic, deserves to live under the burden of negativity. The modern world often feels like a storm filled with bad news, criticism, and personal struggles. When you're surrounded by this, it's easy to slip into a negative way of thinking. But ask yourself this: does focusing on negativity ever really fix the problem? Or does it keep you stuck in the past and stop you from moving forward? The Buddhist teaching of impermanence reminds us that no matter how heavy a challenge feels, it will pass, just like a cloud in the sky. To practice this, start by watching your thoughts without judging them. When negative thoughts appear, don't resist them. Notice them, accept them, and gently shift your attention. Ask yourself, what is one small thing I can be thankful for right now? It might be the warmth of sunlight on your skin or the sound of laughter nearby. Letting go of negativity doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending life is perfect. It means clearing the way you see the world. A clean mirror reflects light clearly, and a calm mind reflects strength. When you release a negative mindset, you regain the ability to see life as it truly is. Yes, there are challenges, but there are also many chances to grow. By dropping the weight of negativity, you open yourself to strength, clarity, and compassion. Remember, even the darkest clouds can't hold back the sun forever. Stop complaining about things beyond control. Imagine holding a burning coal, thinking it will hurt someone else. The tighter you grip it, the more it burns your hand. Complaining about things beyond your control is like holding that coal. It traps you in a cycle of pain, wasting energy on what cannot be changed. The second secret to becoming mentally strong is to stop complaining and start accepting. In Buddhist philosophy, acceptance is not about resignation. It's about understanding life's natural flow. The Buddha likened resistance to being hit by two arrows. The first arrow is the situation itself, and the second is the suffering caused by your reaction. While you can't always control the first arrow, the second one is entirely in your hands. Complaining is like firing that second arrow at yourself repeatedly. It doesn't change the situation, but it deepens your frustration. Acceptance, however, is the art of dancing in the rain rather than cursing the storm. Picture this. You're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. You can honk, grumble, and fume. Or you can take a deep breath, recognize that the traffic is out of your control, and use the moment to reflect or listen to something uplifting. The situation hasn't changed, but your mindset has, and that changes everything. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to blame external factors for our struggles, our boss, the economy, the weather. But this habit of pointing fingers only leads to frustration. Instead, Buddhist teachings guide us to focus on what we can influence. This is where visualization can help. Imagine your problem as a tangled knot. Complaining tightens the knot, while focusing on solutions gradually untangles it. Close your eyes and picture yourself loosening one strand at a time, calmly and patiently. Practical wisdom lies in asking yourself, what can I do right now? If the answer is nothing, then practice letting go. You might try a simple mindfulness exercise. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and repeat to yourself, I release what I cannot change. This creates a mental space where peace can grow, even amidst chaos. Modern life often feels like a whirlwind of situations beyond our control. Delayed flights, cancelled plans, unexpected setbacks. Complaining about these moments doesn't bring them to resolution. It only drains your energy. By shifting your focus to acceptance and actionable steps, you reclaim your power. Remember, mental strength isn't about controlling everything around you. It's about mastering how you respond. Complaining keeps you stuck. Acceptance sets you free. When you stop gripping the burning coal, you don't just end the pain. You make space to heal and grow. Release the need to resist what is beyond your reach. Let go of the second arrow, and you'll find that even life's storms can carry hidden beauty. 3. Express yourself authentically. Picture a treasure chest filled with priceless jewels, hidden in a dark corner, never opened. This is what happens when you suppress your true thoughts and emotions. The third secret to becoming mentally strong is to express yourself authentically. Holding back your feelings and ideas creates inner conflict, like a volcano building pressure, until one day it erupts. Buddhism offers a profound antidote to this through the practice of right speech, a guiding principle that encourages expressing oneself with honesty, kindness, and mindfulness. Suppressing emotions might feel like a way to avoid conflict or fit in, but in reality, it isolates you and clouds your mental clarity. Imagine carrying the weight of unspoken feelings day after day. It's exhausting. Buddhism teaches us that our thoughts and words are powerful tools. When used wisely, they can create bridges of connection and peace, not barriers of misunderstanding. To practice authentic expression, start by understanding your emotions. Journaling is a simple yet transformative tool. Each morning or evening, take a few minutes to write down your thoughts without judgment. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Why? This act of naming your emotions not only lightens the burden, but also brings clarity to your mind. Next, Focus on how you communicate with others. Before speaking, pause and reflect. Are my words true? Are they kind? Are they necessary? This mindfulness transforms conversations, fostering understanding rather than conflict. Imagine sharing an idea or emotion and watching as it resonates with someone else, creating a bond of trust. That is the power of authentic expression. In today's world, digital communication often lacks depth and authenticity. We post curated versions of our lives, hiding our vulnerabilities and true selves. This can leave us feeling disconnected, even in a world more connected than ever. But expressing yourself authentically, whether in person or online, can break this cycle. It's as simple as sending a heartfelt message to a friend or speaking openly about your struggles and joys. When you start expressing yourself authentically, you may fear judgment or rejection. But remember, hiding your true self is the ultimate rejection of your own identity. By speaking your truth with kindness, you honor your own worth and inspire others to do the same. Buddhism reminds us that words are like seeds. Plant them carefully and they can grow into trees of understanding and compassion. Expressing yourself authentically isn't about saying whatever comes to mind. It's about aligning your words with your values and intentions. When you open the treasure chest of your inner thoughts and emotions, you discover the priceless jewels within: clarity, connection, and strength. Speak your truth, and you'll find that authenticity not only frees your mind, but also strengthens your soul. 4. Take responsibility. Don't blame others. Imagine running a race with a backpack full of rocks. Every step feels heavier, slower as you struggle against the weight. Blaming others for your struggles is like carrying that backpack. It drains your energy and keeps you from reaching your potential. The fourth secret to becoming mentally strong is to take responsibility and stop blaming others. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of karma teaches that our actions shape our reality. It's a profound reminder that we are not powerless victims of life circumstances, but active participants in shaping them. When you blame others for your difficulties, you hand over control of your life. It's as if you're saying, "I can't change this because someone else caused it." But when you take responsibility, you reclaim the power to steer your own ship, no matter how rough the waters. Blame may feel satisfying in the moment. It gives you someone to direct your frustration towards, but it's a temporary escape with long-term consequences. Resentment builds and progress stalls. Taking responsibility, however, is liberating. It's not about assigning fault to yourself for everything. It's about recognizing what's within your control and acting on it. One practical way to embrace this is through forgiveness. Imagine the person you blame as a rock in that heavy backpack. Holding on to anger and blame only adds to your burden. Forgiving them doesn't mean condoning their actions. It means choosing to free yourself from their grip. Close your eyes and picture yourself removing that rock one at a time until the backpack feels lighter. Next, shift your focus from blame to action. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what is one step I can take to improve this situation? Even a small action like clarifying expectations at work or expressing your feelings in a relationship shifts the focus from what others did wrong to what you can do right. In today's culture, it's easy to look for external validation or scapegoats. Social media amplifies this tendency, making it tempting to seek comfort in echo chambers or blame societal issues for personal struggles. But personal accountability is a cornerstone of mental strength. By taking ownership of your choices, you build resilience that no external validation can provide. Remember, life's storms will come, and they may not always be your fault, but how you navigate them is entirely up to you. Blame keeps you adrift. Responsibility gives you the wheel. When you stop blaming others and start taking responsibility, you realize that your life is yours to shape. The weight of that backpack begins to lift, and you find the freedom to move forward with clarity and strength. Every storm you face becomes an opportunity to grow, and every choice you make strengthens your resolve. 5. Replace fantasizing with visualization. Imagine building a castle in the air, elaborate, beautiful, and grand. But when you try to step inside, it vanishes into thin air. Fantasizing is like constructing that castle. It gives the illusion of progress, but leaves you disconnected from reality. The fifth secret to becoming mentally strong is replacing fantasizing with visualization. Buddhism teaches the principle of right intention, a call to align our goals with purposeful action. Fantasizing often lacks this alignment. It's indulgent, fleeting, and detached from the present moment. While daydreaming might offer temporary escape, it can trap you in an endless cycle of what if instead of what now. Visualization, on the other hand, is a bridge between aspirations and action. It allows you to envision a future rooted in clarity and intention, guiding you toward meaningful progress. Picture this. You dream of running a marathon, but spend more time imagining the finish line than training for it. Fantasizing can feel satisfying, but it doesn't prepare you for the challenges ahead. Visualization, however, changes the narrative. Close your eyes and picture yourself lacing up your running shoes, feeling the pavement under your feet and hearing the sound of your steady breath. Imagine the satisfaction of completing each training session. This mental rehearsal prepares your mind for the journey, not just the destination. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media paints an unrealistic picture of instant success, leading many to fantasize about results without effort. But as Buddhist teachings remind us, the journey matters as much as the outcome. Visualization helps you embrace this truth. It grounds your dreams in actionable steps and creates a mental roadmap. Start by breaking down your goal into smaller, achievable milestones. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," ask yourself, what does success look like for me, and what steps can I take today to move closer to it? Write these steps down and visualize yourself completing them with focus and determination. This process doesn't just build mental strength, it also cultivates resilience. Buddhism also emphasizes the impermanence of all things. Visualization helps you adapt to this reality by encouraging flexibility. Imagine your path as a river rather than a straight line. When obstacles arise, visualization allows you to flow around them, maintaining momentum without being derailed by setbacks. Fantasizing keeps you in a passive state, but visualization ignites action. It transforms wishful thinking into deliberate effort and replaces frustration with empowerment. By grounding your aspirations in the present and visualizing your steps forward, you create a solid foundation for growth. Let go of the castles in the air. Build your dreams with intention and purpose, one brick at a time. In doing so, you don't just imagine a brighter future, you make it a reality. 6. Prioritize personal relationships. Imagine a beautiful garden filled with vibrant flowers and lush greenery, but as time passes, it's neglected, no watering, no care, no attention. Slowly the colors fade, the leaves wither, and the garden becomes a shadow of its former self. Relationships are like that garden. Neglect them, and they wither. Nurture them, and they blossom into sources of strength and joy. The sixth secret to becoming mentally strong is to prioritize personal relationships. In Buddhism, the value of presence is a cornerstone of living a meaningful life. Presence means showing up not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. In a world where attention is fragmented and conversations are interrupted by notifications, being truly present for someone has become a rare gift. When you dedicate time and attention to your relationships, you cultivate a sense of connection that anchors you during life's storms. Think of a time when a meaningful conversation with a friend or loved one left you feeling lighter, understood, or more grounded. That moment wasn't about fixing problems or offering grand solutions. It was about shared presence. Buddhism teaches us that relationships are an opportunity to practice compassion, patience, and mindfulness, qualities that strengthen not just our bonds with others, but also our inner resilience. One practical way to nurture relationships is to dedicate moments of undistracted attention to those who matter most. Set aside your phone, clear your mind of distractions, and fully engage in the interaction. Ask open-ended questions, listen without interrupting, and pay attention to small details like the emotions behind their words or the tone of their voice. These simple acts of mindfulness can turn ordinary conversations into moments of real connection. In today's digital world, we often confuse quantity with quality. We count likes, followers, and messages, believing they show how connected we are. Yet studies reveal that loneliness is growing even in a highly connected society. Making personal relationships a priority is the real solution. Instead of chasing shallow connections, invest your time and energy in relationships that truly matter. These connections are like roots that keep you steady when life feels overwhelming. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that life is impermanent. Valuing relationships means understanding that time with loved ones is limited. This awareness should not create fear, but gratitude. It inspires us to cherish each moment, speak with kindness, and share love openly. When you place relationships first, you build a support system that carries you through hard times. Loved ones become mirrors that show your strengths, remind you of your purpose, and encourage you when self-doubt appears. Like a garden, relationships grow strong when they are cared for. Care for them with attention, presence, and purpose, and they will become one of the strongest sources of your mental strength. In the end, it is the connections we build and value that give life its deepest meaning. Now, imagine a sculptor standing in front of a rough block of marble. With each strike of the chisel, small pieces fall away. At first, this process may look destructive, but every piece removed slowly reveals the masterpiece inside. Failure is that chisel, cutting away what is unnecessary and shaping you into something greater. The bonus habit for building mental strength is learning from failure instead of fearing it. Buddhism sees life as a constant process of change, where every experience, whether called success or failure, helps us grow. The teaching of impermanence reminds us that nothing, neither happiness nor pain, lasts forever. This understanding turns failure into a passing visitor, not a permanent burden. Rather than running from it, Buddhism encourages us to face failure with curiosity and treat it as a teacher with important lessons. Fall 7 times, rise 8. This Zen saying reminds us that resilience isn't about dodging failure, but about refusing to let it define who we are. Think about a moment when you encountered a major setback. Perhaps it was a lost chance, a broken relationship, or a mistake that felt too big to overcome. At the time, failure may have felt like an unmovable wall, but when you look back now, can you see how it shaped you? Maybe it taught you patience, humility, or the importance of persistence. In today's world, failure is often treated as something embarrassing, something to hide. Social media usually shows only success highlights, leaving out the messy and real process of learning and trying again. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is a step toward it. Just as a sculptor cannot create a masterpiece without carving away the marble, we cannot grow without releasing old habits, beliefs, or methods. To build this mindset, view every failure as a moment for reflection. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What can this teach me?" Write down the lessons, even the small ones. Did it help you plan better, communicate more clearly, or develop patience. These lessons are like careful chisel strokes, shaping you little by little. Buddhism also reminds us of the value of self-compassion. When we fail, it's natural to be hard on ourselves, but that only adds more pain. Choose kindness instead. Imagine how you would support a close friend who made a mistake and offer yourself that same care. Failure does not mean you are broken. It means you are trying, learning, and growing. Remember, every great achievement is built on a base of many failures. Each mistake moves you closer to finding your path, strengthening your determination, and sharpening your focus. Just like a sculptor sees shape inside a block of marble, see your failures as part of the process that reveals your real strength. Failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Learn from it, rise above it, and keep chiseling until your masterpiece appears. This is the heart of mental strength and the foundation of personal growth. Mental strength does not mean never being shaken. It means learning to bend without breaking, like bamboo moving with the wind. By practicing mindfulness, accepting change, and letting go of what holds us back, we build a resilience that is hard to disturb. The path to mental strength begins within, through small and intentional steps that shift our habits and views. Buddhist philosophy teaches that true strength is not about controlling the outside world, but about mastering the inner one. As the Zen saying goes, you cannot stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. Life will always bring challenges and changing emotions, but facing them with mindfulness and calm is what shapes your inner power. The habits we talked about today, letting go of negativity, taking responsibility, being true to yourself, and caring for meaningful relationships, each carry an important lesson. Together, they form a clear path to overcome inner struggles, gain clarity, and live with purpose. When you apply these ideas to daily life, you give yourself the strength to rise above mental challenges and remain calm at the center of life's storms. And always remember, your journey is your own. Progress is not about being perfect. It's about staying consistent. As you continue forward, take a moment to think about this powerful idea. When you let go of who you believe you are, you make space for who you can become. Hold these teachings close and embrace the journey of building mental strength, not just for yourself, but also for those who look up to you. If these ideas spoke to you, consider liking and sharing this video so others can find their inner strength too. We'd love to hear from you. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below.